You must still have a lot of clothes hidden in your closet that you don't wear often. You've likely found yourself at some parties that you were not really keen on attending. Are you worried about offending your colleagues and have to do work that is not yours? Do you make a bunch of New Year's resolutions in the past and end up with nothing? If I'm right, you're gonna watch this video because you have not quite mastered to streamline your life and work, which probably keeps your life a bit chaotic and your work stagnant. Sticking around till the end to definitely change your current situation. Hello everyone, this is Elara.L Talk Time. There are many useful videos here for your life and work. Remember to subscribe. First, let's take a look at how minimalists organize their closets. In summary, there are 3 steps: exploration, elimination, action. During the exploration phase, they reflect on the meaning and importance of each item. They may ask themselves questions such as, when was the last time I wore this dress? Does this item still fit me? Do I really like this piece of clothing? And so on. Suppose then your clothes are divided into 2 categories. One that must be kept, and the other that may need to be disposed of. Please tell me how you typically handle the portion of clothing that may need to be discarded. There's a concept here called the endowment effect. Research shows that for things they already own, people evaluate their value higher than their actual worth. In the past, when I saw a piece of clothing that I didn't have to keep, I would consider that I might wear it again in the future, or that it might still have value. Then I would habitually let it stay in my closet. I believe many people have the similar thought. A piece of clothing occupies your wardrobe, just like a task occupies our time and energy. When there are more and more to-do items on your schedule, when your life goals fill your brain to the brim, can your brain still function effectively? This is when we need to take action to throw away those non-important clothes. Yes, throw them away without hesitation. To put it simply, the way to streamline is to think deeply and summarize your current life and work, and then cut it off, cut it off, cut it off. It sounds simple, but it is not always easy to truly apply the streamlined approach to our lives and work. So, how should we do it, and what pitfalls should we pay attention to? Choice. Middle angle, one side. What makes a human being is the ability to choose. Life is so short, and our experiences are limited. We need to invest our limited experience in important things. Just like if you have a fixed amount of energy and spread it over more affairs, the less each matter will receive. If you focus on fewer affairs, the more each matter will receive. Choice is a kind of autonomy, a behavior that we can control. Although we cannot control the options available to us, we can decide how to choose from them. For example, when choosing a university, we may not be able to include those world-famous universities in our options. But among the schools we can choose, which university you want to choose and what major you want to pursue are controllable. Well, in this choice, many people blindly follow other people's arrangements and let others make decisions for them. In the end, they wasted precious college time because of reluctance. No matter how busy you are, please set aside some time for yourself every day to think and explore. It is your own time to think about your next choices, instead of always being led by various tasks and chores. Refusal. Learn to say no and ignore others' disappointment. Say no to good opportunities and embrace real opportunities. Just like buying stocks, the stock market is full of deadline options. Your money cannot buy all the stocks that can be called blue chip stocks. We can only identify the stocks that we think have the greatest investment potential. Just like Buffett, He never buys technology stocks that he doesn't understand. As of March 2021, Warren Buffett's wealth reached $100 billion. According to Forbes magazine, almost all of Buffett's net worth comes from holding 1/6 of Berkshire's shares. To give an example, if we invested $1 in each S&P 500 companies since 1972, as of 2002, which company do you think would bring you the highest return? GE, IBM, Intel? According to Money Magazine and the Nat Davis research analysis, the correct answer is Southwest Airlines. In fact, profits in the airline industry are low, but under the leadership of Herb Kelleher, Southwest Airlines has created outstanding performance year after year. Herb started by reducing services, such as not providing meals and pre-assigned seats in advance, etc., to reduce costs and win with low prices. These ideas may lead to loss of some customers, but it's because of this understanding of trade-offs that eventually becomes an example for other companies in the industry to learn from. Well, Continental Airlines returned its original services and models and added some flights with the same services as Southwest Airlines. This spending strategy caused the company heavy losses, and its CEO was fired. Our aim is less is better. Never think you're a Superman. Abandon the misconception that we can do everything, and do it selectively. It is enough to focus on a small number of important tasks to do well. In today's era of information explosion, how to extract correct and useful information from massive amounts of information is extremely important. From the moment you wake up and check your mobile phone every day, all kinds of information are bombarded into you. Positive and negative, true and false. In addition to the ability to distinguish between true and false, you also need to extract the most important content for you from the genuine information instead of reacting to everything. Having said that, how to judge whether something is important or not? This standard depends on your own positioning of life and goals, and your inner standards. This standard needs to be clear and selective, rather than broad and arbitrary. A company promotes a principle when recruiting. If it isn't a clear yes, then it's a clear no. The furniture manufacturing company was recruiting installer. There was a job applicant who showed extremely good professionalism during the installation phase. However, when reporting on the work, the person in charge of the recruitment showed a little concern because the job applicant threw the tools into the box carefully. This may seem like a trivial question, but they feel that the behavior is both the man's carelessness and negligence, so they rejected him. There is a very useful method, the scoring system. When you are not sure whether you need to discard a thing or an option, in addition to asking yourself whether I would do it if I had time, you can also assign a score to it. If 100 points is a full mark, the score of the thing or task is lower than 90, you can give it up. Because most of the things or events that makes you hesitate typically score between 70 to 90 points. If you are willing to raise it to the category of 90 points above, it indicates that you still want to keep it. Otherwise, you should cut ties with it promptly, without mercy. Of course, the premise is how rigorous you are in scoring. Since you decide the standard yourself, if you score 95 in everything, you first need to adjust the scoring criteria. When your goals and positioning are unclear, it's like playing tug of war. If you don't exert your strength in a certain direction, you will definitely lose the game. As a team, if everyone has a clear goal and understands their roles, the team's overall contribution will accumulate over time and lead to magical changes. Slowly develop a streamlined life and work style into a habit. It may be challenging at the beginning and make you confused, but gradually you will become familiar with the road and can judge without too much thinking whether it needs to be discarded. You can cultivate this ability through the following methods. 1. Keep a diary. Record your life by writing a diary and review every moment of your day, week, and month from time to time. You will notice that you often think more, but write less. You may write a lot initially, but then you write less and less. You prefer to extract the most important things and record them in concise language. 2. Look at the overall situation. Don't get hung up on the details. When you are deeply involved in something, you often cannot see the big picture clearly. By elevating your perspective, you will not excessively focus on the minutiae. This allows you to grasp the essence of things clearly and make correct judgments. 3. Get adequate sleep. This intertwined with streamlined living. Many people think that sleep belongs to lazy people, and they like to divert as much sleep time as possible to work, so that they can do more things. However, excessive mental exertion and lack of sleep will affect the high-speed operation of the brain and memory, leading to inability to concentrate, low work efficiency, and even mistakes. In the end, the loss outweighs the gain. Adequate sleep can open up ideas for solving problems and obtain more solutions. Only with a good mental state can a streamlined life be maintained. Conversely, those who can maintain a streamlined life have a sufficient time to get enough sleep. 4. Develop the courage to firmly say no. Put aside the pressure and kidnapping from faith and relationships. Stand firm and do not give in to meaninglessness. When you first say no, you will face confrontation and pressure from many aspects, including your own habitual complaints, invitations and expectations from friends and family, relationship maintenance with colleagues and bosses, unreasonable demands from customers, etc. You will feel fear and embarrassing. You may miss an important date with your children that they have been looking forward to for a long time because you accept an invitation from an old friend who you haven't seen in a long time. How should you choose? And how much impact this date will have on your children in the future? Maybe it will create unforgettable memories and make them feel how much you love them. Say no to everything. Say it frequently. Say it gracefully, except for the absolutely essential things. In order to promise a new commitment, you now have to sacrifice more important things. If you are unwilling to complete it, it is likely to be a waste of time and a thankless effort. If you can't say no outright, you can use a tactful approach. The more you consider what you will sacrifice when you say yes to someone else, the easier it will be to say no. Saying no may disappoint the other person or affect your relationship, but it will earn your respect in the long run. When facing choices, we should pay attention to some of the traps. 1. Sunk costs. Highlighting this point, it is an issue that we must pay attention to. What it means is that the time, money, and the other costs we have spent, which can no longer be recovered. For example, when watching a movie, sometimes we might fall asleep in the theater but stay till the end. Why? Because we have already paid for the movie. Similarly, in stock investment, Why do many people refuse to sell the stocks when it is obvious that the stock price is going down? And they only sell the stocks when there's no hope of getting back the money. In fact, they are already aware of the risks, but they are reluctant to cut off the money they have lost, so they missed out the opportunity to sell. Therefore, admit failure. Use zero-based budgeting. Reset everything and think rationally. Recognize the situation clearly. If it is meaningless, stop the loss promptly. 2. Endowment effect. When you possess an item, you will overestimate its value. When you do not have it, you will underestimate its value. For example, if you are the person in charge of an activity, you must attach much more importance to the project than others. The solution is to pretend you don't have it yet, and then consider, if I had the time and the resources, would I do it? How much would I be willing to spend to get it? If your answer is no or I'm not happy to buy it, then please refuse it now. Focusing on essential matters can lead to success, but success will bring more options and opportunities. Will someone forget to focus, which ultimately lead to failure? We all need to learn how to stay successful in our success. Figure out the core goal and identify what the obstacles are. If it's challenging to eliminate them immediately, start small. Only by setting boundaries can you have freedom and not be easily violated by others. We should be editors of life, editing and saving the most important and meaningful things, and cutting out redundant plots and unimportant things without hesitation, so that your life will be more refined and you will have enough time to focus on the most significant tasks and make your life shine. Thanks for watching. This is Elara.L Talk Time. See you next time.
Bye.